Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today we need to figure out some kind of way toward a victory. We're in a much more powerful spot here. We have a large functional empire, functional-ish. I mean, our approval of course is super nuked, but it's recovering. And with that has come a much higher rate of science, but I'm still pretty worried about a technological victory. We have to finish highway outposts and then get one more tech just to get into Era 5. Then we need to research 9 techs in Era 5 to get into Era 6, and then we have to do the 5 expensive techs. And I don't know if I think that we can get there before somebody else wins the game in some other way. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's really tough to say. But we're not really in a good position on any of the other victory types either. Realistically, the economic victory, I just can't see it happening. We're at 2% right now, and I don't think we have the tools to catapult the way we would need to, and Pink is so far ahead of us. Although their income is real weird and spiky. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think we're in a good position for that. We certainly haven't been pursuing the money buildings all that aggressively. I can't imagine us getting there on diplomatic points. We've not been aggressively enough earning diplomatic points passively. We don't have that base to start trading from. The Wonder and Quest victories are probably off the table because I really don't think we're going to be able to complete our faction quest. So it really is down to just like science and expansion. Or elimination, I suppose. Or, sorry, not elimination, but supremacy. If every other player lost their capital, and there are only 4 other players in control of their capitals. I wonder. Because, we're going to go on the offensive against Red here, right? For a bunch of reasons. We're going to push through Red. We're getting a lot of help with pushing through Red. A war against the Mycera is not necessarily going to be super difficult if we can just catch them off guard at the right moment. And our spy in their city can potentially blow out a portion of the fortification. If our spy just sits in that city and gets to level 5, we can potentially drop the walls entirely and just fight their garrison in a win or die scenario for them, because if they lose the city, they're instantly removed from the game. Do we know which city is Red's capital? No, we don't. But I'm sure, Pink and Purple are both at war with them, right? Yeah. As well as the Mycera pushing in from the east, and I have to say, it seems like doing a really great job at that. So, Red, you know what? This might be viable. The other thing I was thinking about was, of course, the expansion victory. And I did do the math here. I counted all of this up. We currently have 17 regions. We have to get to 57. If we filled in all of this space and we took everything Red owns and we filled in all of this space, we do get there. And we get there with a little bit of slack. Like we could lose 3 of those regions and still be okay. But expanding to fill that much space is super non-trivial, right? And our empire approval is going to be completely blown out the whole time. And right now we can start recovering that. So I think we're going to focus on the twin scientific and supremacy plans. That is not what I thought I was going to be saying when I hit the record button. But yeah, okay, supremacy is maybe viable. Because basically the question becomes, can we get it down to just us and Pink? And if we do, then we just mass up somewhere near their capital and launch a surprise attack, basically. And that does seem doable. Yeah, okay. A consideration. For right now, we move to Arimda. Oh, You're black spotted. I had forgotten about that. Are you allowed to attack people's cities when they're black spotted? Well, we probably want Pink to buy us into the war anyway, but yeah, that is interesting. I'd forgotten about that. Okay, so maybe that means I want to divert you and just pull you over toward... Well, your lice really needs some healing. I'm gonna leave you where you are for right now. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Maybe we will end up steering this unit into a more aggressive stance. All right, so Chisas and Arenak both produced units. Let's go ahead and pop those units out of their garrisons now so that I don't forget that they exist. Because we are going to want some reinforcements here. Okay. Just to make sure that we're all on the same page there. You can grab this for sure. May as well have the movement thing. You should get over here and get some pearls before before Brown steps in and takes them. It's not a lot of pearls. And then, yeah, cool. All the way over to here in one move. Don't even need teleportation. Let's move you at least this far. Oh, I should have stopped. I could have searched that ruin on the way past. Well, whatever. Let's merge these units up. We do get to search this, though. And, of course, find nothing in it. Pink has 5 level 8 heroes. Good to know. It's true, we did sign a truce with another empire. Okay, all of the big important boosters are ending. That's a thing that needs to be fixed. So how are we doing on numbers here? Oh, first of all, Criminy, pop your boosters. Secondly, it takes 90... it takes 90 of a resource for us to fire that at this point. That's harsh. The thing is, the quantities actually do exist for... Nope, never mind. Neither Moonleaf nor Titan Bones, because we need way more Titan Bones. Well... we can do the Dust Water. That's probably a good idea. The Dust Water will likely pay for itself. I need to buy 8 more. So I have to sell something. You know what? I will sell Pixie Blood. Those pixies weren't even using their blood. Stop looking at me like that. Okay. Yeah. So that's giving us 1,300 dust per turn. Plus, the approval bonus on it is actually meaningful. I mean, the approval bonus on it is part of the reason it's giving us so much. I should probably go grab these. Yeah, let's go get while the getting's good here. You can just go ahead and take this over for the moment. Oh. Irimda fell to pink while we were working on positioning. That's actually a little concerning, because now I don't know how I'm going to get Mithrite, and I guess we probably don't need like a ton of Mithrite, but... Okay, an army in Parian has 40 Adamantian for me. Extremely whatever. It's hard to imagine the whatever. I mean, 40 Adamantian, I guess, is a thing we do need. So, Hydromiel. Yes, please. And then we're going to need some Caravanserai. Did that queue up correctly? No, I don't think I pressed that right. I can never remember what the Q everywhere command is. Nope. There's totally a way to add something to the queue in every city. There we go. That did it. Control Shift. Nope. It's just that city already had it in the queue. It's in the queue in some places. Oh, some places already have it. Is the thing. The Kapaku already had the tech. Okay, that's cool. We're not going to be able to buy any titaniums. We're out of money. So this is no good here. I mean, we can just build... Nope, never mind. Can't even start building daemons because they cost too much dust. Well... this is a problem. Okay, that'll help. Yeah, maybe that's what I do, is I just start building demons in all of the other cities. Except I can't build demons in all the other cities, because we still don't have a lot of dust. Okay, this city could build a burrow, and as such probably should. Where else do we still need? Okay, one other city needs something. I think a deep generator is a fine move. And we need one more tech to move into the new era. It's probably going to be that. We don't get a lot of benefit from the fluid stuff, but the benefit from assigning workers to science is probably going to matter because we're probably going to have to. I don't know. It may be the case that that Pink will, kind of without our involvement, wipe out most of the other players' capitals. Not the Mycera, of course, which is definitely a thing that we do care about. Alright, love to get to search ruins from the top of a cliff because we're all flying. Yep, so I think we just continue on here. Not do anything with our spy just yet. Yeah, it looks like Red does not actually have access to... Okay, there's one other Mithrite deposit. Man, Pink taking this from us actually really sucks. It's actually a huge problem. Okay, so well, stuff is turning pink all over the place. Where is my... Here we go. My actual hero army should be searching as many of these ruins as possible. Wait, stop here. Okay, that's handy. Okay, none of this stuff is eclipsed, so it's not time sensitive. And I'm thinking... maybe we just run you up here and claim this for a turn? I mean, I don't really see any reason not to put the roots down. We can get a little turn of boosting on our couple of nearby cities. So, in this era, there is all kinds of critically important stuff to pick up. I think state-approved theater is just an incredibly high priority. And then... We have so many cities. I'm gonna level with you. When I look at that list and I see it that long, part of me is like immensely crestfallen. You've probably noticed I just really, really don't like having to do too much city management. All right, Strikes Far, you're a generally good governor. Go to one of these cities, probably one of the ones with the lowest population, and you give them a little food push. Yeah, feels like a lot of micromanagement, you know? The idea of trying to get to, like, I'm thinking about how much time we would be spending on extremely minor bureaucratic nonsense while trying to get up to 57 cities. It seems like a nightmare. All right, we broke that volcano former. They want peace. I will refuse. See no reason to get into such a relationship. Yeah, that's fine. So the Holy Booster has ended. We probably don't want to run a booster of anything else because our troops are still relying on this. We definitely don't need a Glasssteel boost. So what do we get for firing these? That's dust and industry, so this will be food and science. I mean, this is the one we want to be running, right? Burning 90 Hyperium is not a thing that is easy to do, though, even under really good circumstances. Alright, so if I can't get the city I wanted, and I'm confident that Pink and the Mycera are going to handle red, I don't think we get involved directly. I don't think we even like attack their units in our territory. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a sensible thing to do. So I think what I'm going to do instead is just bounce Khazar over to here. We're going to take control of this again. Okay. We'll let that happen, and we can kind of like prepare for the eventual move against the Mycera. Do I have these units in the right place? Okay, Fakir is the dust one. So yeah. I want the food boost over here, where we are more wrapped around it. All right, this turn, our approval level is at 17%. Is there... No, not quite enough Moonleaf. Probably enough Titan Bones. Definitely enough spices. Let's get that running. Oh, it's already running. Well, this is fine. We definitely want to keep it going, so good to have that up next turn. Is there 30 red sang? Because that would be a really good one. Yeah, I think this is well worth it. Let's make that happen for our heroes. Okay. And then, speaking of heroes... Wow, the, not exactly the greatest pool of potential governors here. Got 2 fire spikes. Let's not buy a governor this turn, I guess. Oh wait, sorry, stop. Right, double ruin searching. For, ooh, the Shard of Icariel. Very, very good short sword. Not really the kind of thing any of our heroes use. Yeah, and I don't know if I do want to expand any more than I absolutely have to at this point. Both for just the sake of maintaining my own sanity and because luxuries and stuff. I sure would love to be able to fire luxury boosters regularly. And we're pressing on that really badly. It's the vengeance of Koruk, obviously. What is this? Is this Cold War from... Oh no, okay. Who cares? We did shut off another volcano former, which is excellent news. We did just gain a whole lot of experience. Also, extremely important news. So we don't need to optimize for building the Wonder, because again, our faction quest is almost certainly going to be unfinishable. I think I want to build toward Lord of the Trance first here. Maybe we can try to buy our way into a what do you call it? A Hyperium booster. How much Hyperium are we making per turn? Merely 4. 4 is pretty bad. Reveal Spy level 5. Okay. How is our spy in? Yep, wounded. So that was in fact the Mycera who did that. So they'll probably do a roundup now, would be my guess. Because they have just been told that we do in fact have a spy in their territory. We can merge up these flying units into one sort of like garbage unit flying auxiliary. Declare war or Cold War on an ally, or break a truce for tier 3 Palladian weapons. I might do that. Break a truce. So it would be declare war on Brown, is what that is. Are you still at war with Pink? You are. Pink, are you willing to buy me into war with Brown? Not really, no. So it's turn 97, and we'd be paying 1,600 influence for, admittedly, a very, very good technology, a very powerful technology. I think I want to, but I don't know that I can afford to. Let's take a second here and actually figure out the situation with our what do you call it? Our empire plan, because seems like that's going to be really important. Scientific envoy, obviously super high value. We're pulling in a lot of titanium. Yeah. Okay. Continuing to add trade routes to cities. It's gonna be a big deal. Can I get 13 Moonleaf? 13 I can do. Okay, that's enough to get Enlightened Trade down to 1 turn, which is obviously very important. Are we anywhere on... The Titan Bones are actually doable. We could buy our way into a Titan Bone booster. Market is still looking pretty rough hero-wise. My suspicion is that we are going to find ourselves here in a moment, moving a lot of people over to influence. Wow, rough. Okay, let's talk about this. So, I mean, obviously what I really want is that at the very least, and what we actually probably need is this. So I definitely can't... Yeah, we just can't break that truce. Can I get to 3570 in 3 turns? And to be producing like 400 per turn? I bet that's doable given the size of the Empire. It's a shame there's no, like, quick move everybody in every city over to this button. But I guess probably... This just isn't a thing that comes up all that often. Like, I don't know. If that button existed, how frequently would it even get used? You do have a fair number of cities where the conversion rate's really nice, though. I'm going to go ahead and really, like, juice this all the way, even though we don't actually need to. Because... Gosh... Sorry to get distracted. My housemates are cooking something and it smells incredible, and I am suddenly keenly aware that I have not eaten in like 9 hours. I'm gonna focus. We're gonna get this done, and then I'm gonna go make dinner. Apparently, yeah. So we're gonna bank a ton of influence because maybe we can still afford to break the truce after the Empire plan. This is Auriga. What do we want to build in Auriga? The city's not developed enough for endless recycling to actually be very good. So, probably not the monitors. This is not like an amazing use of titanium, but we are going to want that +2 science per citizen eventually. And then over here, yeah, Imperial funding does need to get done. I don't know. Maybe we don't actually need the weapons tech. I'm not really sure how powerful the difference between Tier 3 Palladian and Tier 2 Palladian is, and we can just grab Tier 2 Palladian through normal research, right? So maybe that's the better play on the whole. How are we doing happiness-wise? We still have a lot of cities over here where we have very low ownership. So that's still going to be affecting things an awful lot. But okay, we're pushing up into a more reasonable area. Probably not is my feeling on that one. Yeah, and it's almost certainly worthwhile to buy out the Imperial fundings where we can, right? I think that's like the highest priority for Dust right now. It's just any building that produces science. So let's see, you... All of your stuff is vulcanized, so the plow factory is terrible. You know, this is not actually an awful place for a museum. Oh. We should build a deep generator, for sure. Okay, yeah. That all makes sense. Probably want to go ahead and get our living lab tools established relatively soon. I think I'm still at peace with the Mycera. So we should be able to search that ruin without it being a big thing. Alright, every unit in this army is flying, so we still have the Still have all the freedom of movement. 40 Dust Orchid is a pretty welcome find. That puts us at an entire 41. And there is not enough on the market to fix that. I don't really know what to do with you. I might, yeah. Get an extra unit, just send them back to Ranf. Someplace relatively close to the, to pink stuff. So let's keep an eye on, we gotta try to remember to keep an eye on the security level in Ochk, and if we see it going up, we have to consider, at the very least, consider pulling our spy out. And I don't think an alliance with Pink is a bad idea, but I do think that I don't want to give them any additional science technology. Right, they're at 47 techs already. So they are almost certainly, yeah, they're totally working on their first victory tech. So as much as I love to bloat people's science costs with additional technologies, at moments like this, it probably can't be Imperial funding, right? God, we're gonna need so much titanium. I guess that's that's every game though, right? It's just, it takes so much titanium to run an empire. Ochk is finishing the Influence Wonder next turn. That's interesting. And, you know, the security level is not going up. Maybe they're not gonna make a thing about my spy. I mean, I would certainly prefer they don't. It's just very, very odd. Unsettling, I might even say. Probably not still. Okay, Pink's progress has slowed here. I mean, purple's pretty tiny. Is it the case that purple's still in their capital? Yeah. Okay, red lost their capital at some point. So you just need to be the only player left in control of your original capital to win a supremacy victory. I'm like 90% sure. It's worded a little strangely here because it says you must reign over 4 capitals, but it said you must reign over 5 capitals before. It means you must reign over 100% of the capitals of a certain kind, and I think the distinction there is of the capitals which are owned by their original owners. Fingers crossed. Let's sure hope that I'm right about that. Pink's army is only getting more powerful all the time, so I will admit that the plan of jumping them when they're not paying attention is feeling more and more unrealistic. I guess there's 128 die on the market, which is interesting. I think we are going to buy enough of this. Was it 5? Yes. Okay, let's definitely run that. I guess we may as well run emeralds. I don't really care about them, but I think we need the approval. I think we're refusing this. Is there anything else that I want to buy here? There's not enough Dust Orchid to get to a booster. There is enough gold, and the gold probably pays for itself pretty quickly. Hold on, it's... okay. We're at 2.9k now. Alright, so it's only 300 gold per turn. I'm surprised by that. I was expecting that upkeep production to be much larger because we have a lot of cities. There we go. 40 more dust orchids suddenly makes that dust orchid move seem a little bit more reliable. Okay. Excellent news there. We're so close to fervent. So close. Is there enough grass silk? Oh, there totally is. There absolutely is. In fact, people are offloading grass silk as quickly as they can, which is probably going to work out in our favor a little bit here. So what do I want to sell? I don't really feel like I need the quicksilver. Stuff is worth basically nothing. So we just need to get to 200. I mean, that's got to be doable. All right, that pushes us to fervent. It dramatically raises our income in a bunch of ways. Critically, we are now getting all of that sweet, sweet science. And I don't know. Maybe we can do this fast enough. We did discover a mithrite deposit down here, which is potentially interesting. Remember, we don't have to actually settle a city to take advantage of a deposit. We can just move an Urkin into the area. Right now, our Urkins are doing things that are important, but I think we could probably find some time to make this happen. Yeah, large scale aquatic center probably. Can't do that for the other two though. So, Aranak is, you know, it's not all volcanoes. Let's build the plow. We have a couple of spaces here. Couple of little areas where farming can still happen. The city is built in a super weird position, which is going to make it impossible to benefit from any further districts, really. What a terrible job the AI was doing of settling in this area. Do you have more purpose than we loot ruins? No, probably not at the moment. Alright, approval has climbed. We are finishing science buildings all the time here. I imagine if we could get this extra trade route, extra science from trade route structure up in every city, the actual income from our trade routes would be very impressive. I don't know if we're going to be able to manage that, but it feels like it definitely would be pretty valuable. Yep, security level still not going up. They are moving a lot of troops around in the area, but at level 3 you can drop 50% of the fortifications, so we'd have to fight 12 units, 11 in the garrison plus a hero, at 200 or so fortification. It's still feeling pretty undoable for the moment. I guess we no longer need to do this. We got our approval level under control a little bit more. We can't do that. What else would I want to do? I guess, like, this is not bad. Let us buy out some buildings a little bit faster, and is vision on our units important? Maybe. I'm going to do this. Okay, they just did a reveal spy level 5. Because we didn't catch them and kick them out of the city. So they just did that again to remove our spy from the city. Well, then I guess we are not going to be getting the thing. Yeah, the Imperial News Network's a good idea. We're not going to be able to get that wall-free city conquer. And that is a shame, because my Karen walls do add, they add quite a lot of difficulty. Why is this glowing? It doesn't actually have a quest associated with it in text. Okay, we have so much stuff to still build here. And I guess more military units doesn't really make a lot of sense. Out of curiosity, with no one in the city based on, or with no one in the city working on science, where are my highest science areas? And honestly, Mondara's looking pretty solid. Do I want to just build the living lab tools in Mondara? The population there is relatively high. Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, I'm most certainly going to want to move everybody back over to industry here. Maybe it wasn't even necessary to buy out the large-scale aquatic center, but you know, no, it probably was. It'll probably end up making a difference. And then, gosh, we had so much stuff to work through here. Where we can build burrows, we probably ought to. And where we can't, I guess I won't. That's my big brilliant plan. Gosh, we have a lot of money. Well, like I said, there are some things that are very important for us to be able to buy out. And it sure would be cool if a hero of an appropriate type would show up on the market. Just like a nice high-level vaulter hero with all of her skills unspent to allow us to push through that. But I can't imagine that's reliable. It's not reliable enough to hope that it will happen, which means that it's not a thing we can really... We're just going to have to plan around it never occurring. And this is okay here, I guess. And then we have all this money, which I think we're just going to use for buyouts, unless there's a tremendously impressive hero. There is not. Okay, who's still building Imperial funding? Because that is definitely where my money would go first. Or I suppose, actually, what we could do with our money is buy all of the titanium, or at least as much titanium as possible, and try to get to the what do you call it? The extra trade route and bonus science from trade routes technology. Wait, does this city... Yep, okay. Scientific Envoy already installed in many of the Mycera, or the, not Mycera. The previously Kapaku cities. So yeah, we could probably do this, and to be perfectly honest with you, the demon could probably come down here. do I... Probably not. I was kind of debating about just doing the everybody complete this command, but since we have so many cities and we don't really have the titanium to commit this to all of them, that one's gonna have to get bought out. And already we're at, yeah. Okay. Hey, is there... Okay, there's some Hyperion. Thinking maybe we want to make Hyperium try to make Hyperium our holy resource before winter hits. We have 2 income right now. We don't actually have extractors built over all of it. What we have right now is just the stuff that the Kapaku left us. Is that Dearth of Dust ending? Cool. Happy about that. Definitely not doing that. What is next? Money's good, I guess. We're already going to run out of Mithrite. I mean, maybe what is next is to go back some. I did manage to construct research every science-related building here, so there's nothing to go back for on that front. Yeah, we're not going to be able to build these because we won't have the Mithrite. I guess getting a National Craftworks is probably a good idea. Alright. Holy hell. That's a lot of enemies. What on earth? Okay. You know, honestly, I can't even be too mad about that. 50 titanium is such a prize. But I guess those armies, the army spawns scale over time, huh? Very, very wild. So it's turn 101. And we are still, honestly, in a really bad position science-wise, I think. I don't think things have improved all that much. Alright, I do think we've got enough influence now to work with. We could make some deals if we needed to. So I do believe I'm going to bump everybody back over to industry real quick and try to wrap up some of these really important science-producing buildings. And then we can swap the population over to science. But in particular, you know, these envoys and stuff, all of this has to get built. Apologies that this task takes forever. I don't think there's a faster way to do it, though. Oof, I gotta tell you too, also, now that I have recognized that there is no food in my system, I'm really feeling it. I am flagging pretty bad. So apologies if I seem distracted or whatever. Okay, let's buy some stuff out. Yeah, that's probably worth it, because you'll never be able to finish building it by yourself. You should also build this. Is Therat on it? Yes, Therat is already on it. It's going to take a little while to get constructed here, but we should put it in the queue. Alright, that is all of the titanium. And here in Renf, it's not a terrible place for some of these buildings, but why don't we just keep leveling things up first? Can I buy out the rest of... Yes, cool. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, there we go. So... now I think I'm properly done for the turn. And we're finishing lots of important stuff all the time. We are definitely gaining power quickly. And with this level of dust income, we will be able to keep buying stuff out, which is a big deal. Really, really need to get that Hyperion booster running. We might be able to trade with other players for the rest of the Hyperion. Maybe. Okay, that's pink finishing a victory tech on turn 102. I didn't press the run button. Shoot, because I'm, again, distracted. Well, we have that army down in the south that is just dead now. If that skill gave an extra trade route, obviously we would have taken it. As it is, probably not worthwhile. Here we don't actually get to connect to Inspirational Leader, which is a shame. I refuse. And then, yep, this is happening. Oh! This is actually a different minor army than I thought. That is really interesting. Well, maybe we'll get lucky. Alright, just do enough damage, please. Cool, 0. Good start. Yeah, this is looking like it's not going to be enough damage. Also, how dare they spread out so that all of my chain lightning is useless. I'm gonna need y'all to focus a little bit. Hoping for a chain lightning kill on the other one here. Yep. Okay. Well, we survived. Do it. Run. Run. Okay, you can probably stop there. Now, you know what? It's best that you actually go fast. 'Cause, gosh, those Tedekes are right on your heels. Okay. So, out of curiosity, all right, getting up to 1,500 science per turn from the trade routes. That number is going to keep going up over time, which is excellent news. So we still need a whole bunch of research. What is back here that would be good for me? You know? Probably ought to build public granaries. Buying out buildings all the time, that's probably a... Prisoners, slaves, and volunteers is probably worth having. We got a quest. Bring a settler to this ruin. No, thank you. I know that they have updated this quest, and so it is less objectively terrible than it used to be. You know what I should do? I should come over here, and I should actually give them the 5 glass steel that they asked for on, like, turn 8. That's probably a thing that's worth our time. Okay. So, expand into these wonders, or these anomalies rather, as we intended. You should also burrow. We probably just have a lot of places where this is the right move. Just build more city. continue expanding, continue claiming new, sweet, sweet new territory. This is probably worth a buyout. And then with a population this size, Imperial News Network seems reasonable. We definitely want to do the news networks in the 3 cities that are going to benefit most. And by that, of course, I mean the 3 cities with the highest population. Okay, Costrian can't build another district. This is probably worthwhile, though. And finally, this is Mathanir, which has some population. You know what? That's fine. Okay, so we still have 3.1k left. How much am I going to have to pay to push this along? Okay, so that'll be something that's easy enough to do next turn. Or honestly, maybe the right thing to do is to try to get there now. Because we could sell off some stuff. And we can certainly sell glass steel for a bit. Other people are using it, so... And we really don't need that much. Okay. 2 more. Yeah. Okay, I think that is well worthwhile. And we're totally broke. Okay, good, good, good. I think I'm going to call it here for right now. Apologies for clipping it just a little bit, but you can probably tell that I am not operating at my full right now. So I'm going to go get full. Thank you all so much for watching. That sounded like an innuendo. It probably wasn't. When you come back next time tomorrow, I think we gotta start plotting the downfall of our neighbors and ostensible allies here. We gotta figure out how we're gonna get rid of Purple's capital as well. It's way on the other side of Pink's territory. I don't know. We're gonna keep working on science, but we're definitely going to start putting into actual action the plans to maybe sneak a supremacy victory out from everybody else's noses. And we'll see you then.